I'd like to chime in.
Go ahead, sir.
Brian Lang, Lime, Ohio, livetruthradio.com. God bless you all for what you're doing. We all have to have each other's backs. We got to do what we got to do to reclaim America. That's the bottom line. Y'all are great patriots. Don't have this be a pissing contest. Work together. We're all Americans. We'll see you all.
So we have to do it now. We have to do it now, or it's going to be too late.
As a fellow Hoosier, good luck.
Can I have a second of y'all's time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My biggest deal is, and the reason that we are not deploying as of right now, is because there's a lot of conflicting intel. Even with boots on the ground, there's a lot of conflicting intel. Intel is the game. Without information, we don't move. I'm not sending my guys in without the information.
I understand your point of view. I really do. However, sometimes you just have to have faith. Because, this situation is not normal or it doesn't make any sense, really. Should never have happened in the first place. You don't want to send your people in. Well, that's cool. Then don't send them. If you feel like you're a patriot and that you love your country and that you support the Constitution and you want your children to have a better life than you have had, then actually, to be honest, you should have blindly sent your people in.
Okay, is what I'm getting at. Is
there is no place to set up the things that you're asking for until you get out there and report to the commander on site. Then those things can be set up.
Let me make a suggestion.
Negative.
We've got protesters on site. We know we've got confirmed sniper teams. Can anybody start trying to put an attack map together?
Well, no, we don't really need an attack map. What we need to do is we need to go out there and we need to, talk with the family, because the family knows the terrain better than anybody else, and they'll put us where we need to be.
Okay.
But
can I make
do
a
they
comment
know
on
the location of the perches and stuff is what I'm getting at. I'm not going to send guys walking down the road, because when the militia shows up in force, it's going to be a threat.
Nobody's gonna show up walking down the road anywhere. You report to the property owned by the people that were there to defend, and you stay on their property and defend it. It's you're not going to have to do patrols. You're not going to have to do any shit like that. Okay, this is just a matter of us going there and standing against the people who are trying to take out this family who don't deserve it. It's not like it's not like what you're thinking. It's not like a Vietnam scenario or some other scenario where you're going to have patrols out on the road where, you're going to have conflicts with military or, government officials. This is a standoff, which is where, you have all of your armaments, all of your things set in a certain place, and you're just holding them back. We're not trying to make an offensive here.
This is
Can I ask a question?
What he's saying, brother, is kind of like us protecting the president. That's pretty much what we do. We are protecting the family.
And I get that. I do 100%. And I'm 100% on board for that. But we don't need to send every able body straight into the ranch.
No, but, however, if each group...
Why don't you send half?
You have to think about the...
Send half.
Not even half. If each militia across this country sends a handful, maybe half is all a handful, maybe that's all they've got, sends them there, then they can have a chance to have their own eyes and ears and trusted people on the ground reporting back to them what's going on. Then they can know. I hear a lot of militias, and I understand that they want to defend their own states, And I hear a lot of militias saying they got to defend their own families, and that's very true. And every single militia should already have a thing set up where their families all go to a grouped area or maybe multiple grouped areas where they can be secured in a shit-hit-the-fan scenario. Those militias that are going to wait until, say, the feds decide they're going to go hostile. And I don't mean like just being bullies, but I mean hot. And then they say, oh, well, they're going hot. It's time for me to roll. Well, I'm going to tell you what. If you're more than 100 miles from there, it's too late for you to roll because by the time you get there, especially like in my case in Tulsa, Oklahoma, if I wait for them to go hot and I roll that 1,300 miles, I got to cross potential hostile territory just to get there. For maybe it's over by the time I get there. Or maybe the numbers have been
I am already concerned about the 1,200 miles.
And the federal government looks. If we show up in force and the federal government looks and sees that we're willing to come together in force and we can just use that as a standoff and have a Mexican standoff and they back off, then they're going to think about it before they continue. And then if the people there say, okay, hey, you know what, we won this battle. Look over there at Red River. Let's roll over that direction. Let's do the same thing. Let's push them back. Let's let them know that we're not just going to show up, do our thing, and then go home and feel better about ourselves and eat our kudos and our cookies and our milk and sleep at night. We're going to move on to the next place. We want our freaking country back.
You're absolutely correct, and that's exactly the way it's going to work, if it's going to work at all. We have to go there and we have to make a stand. There's multiple other places going on in the Southwest where the exact same situation is occurring. We have to go to this place, make a stand, then we can go to the other places, make a stand. We have to stand up against the government. If we do not make the government back down, they're going to fuck us in the ass every day forever. Amen. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. It's never going to get better till we fix it. We're the only ones that can fix it.
Now,
sir,
I'd like to
nobody else can fix it.
The leader of this conversation.
That would be Brian.
That would be Brian.
Brian, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
And what is your name, man?
This is Polar.
Polar?
Polar Assault.
Okay. I understand how everybody wants to, up and at the ready, leave their post and haul ass.
Yeah.
And what that does, and the whole thing I'm saying, you know, it's not to try and downplay anything of what everybody's saying about taking up in arms and going and fighting the good fight. But at the same time, once that's done, once that first shot heard around the world is happening, your home front is jeopardized. And I'm not talking about just your house. I'm talking about your militia, okay? And once that starts, your rally points and all that stuff are jeopardized. That's what I don't want to see happen. That's what I don't want to see happen with all of my fellow patriots.
Hey, Brian,
I'm back. I'm sorry, sir. I must say that is exactly what needs to happen. It's the exact opposite.
I didn't. Hey, man, you spoke for a long time, and I didn't interrupt you.
I'm sorry, and I apologize.
Thank you. See, that's where the same team comes in. You know, same team. We are all on the same team. And it would be my honor to just pack up and leave everything and go defend Mr. Bundy and his family. But at the same time, once it starts and it's on, if I leave my fortification, then me trying to get back here to help out, more lives are going to be lost. And that's what I want to just bring to the table, to just make sure that everybody understands that when we have this gumption and we say, okay, this is serious, because it is very serious.
I can see and understand your point of view. And the reason that I don't have to share that point of view, because my kids are grown. I'm an old guy. Okay,
well, I'm an old guy too, and my kids aren't grown. But I'm not
my
talking
kids
about
are grown.
I'm talking about my militia and my brothers and sisters in my militia.
My militia, my brothers and sisters, are the American Legion Riders in Indianapolis, Post 64, right. Indianapolis. Those are my brothers and sisters. And
if
we're all
everybody
veterans.
Can't make
we're
it,
all veterans.
If
we're
everybody can't make it to Nevada, and then something really bad happens, and you're responsible to get back and take care of your brothers and sisters 6, and they end up getting wiped out because the feds say, okay, militia has stood up, and now they've ran all their people out here, and we can just put a bomb on them. You know?
My opinion differs in this respect. If I don't go and make a stand, if I don't do what is right, then none of the rest of anything else you said matters.
Bruh, look, I understand it, and I completely agree, because you're going to have to live with yourself if something really bad happens and you don't do what you feel that you need to do. All I'm saying, look at the situation, weigh it out, and make sure that if you do go, you're not leaving someone behind that you're going to come back to that's not going to be there, you know?
To me, it's really simple. You have to do what's right. No matter what the consequence, you have to do what's right. What's right for me to do by my children is to be an honorable man, to live the Constitution, and to fight for it.
Wolfpack, this is Freebird. I'd like to chime in whenever I can.
Please, by all means, man. I haven't heard from you in a minute. If you guys don't mind, can I get Freebird at the table?
Go ahead.
The gentleman that was talking about his militia, can you identify yourself?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, this is Brian.
Brian, and what state are you from?
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Dirty South, buddy.
The other gentleman, I believe, is from Indianapolis. Is that right?
Yes. My name is Jay Cook. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm not a member of a militia. I am a member of the American Legion here. I'm an American Legion rider. I'm a patriot, and
I appreciate that. Let me address that just for a moment, and please don't take this as any form of disrespect. But I've been around in this movement a long, long time. I've got roots that date
somebody
back
says that
all the way
up front.
Don't
take this as a
well.
You know,
are you going to continue to interrupt me, or will you?
I'm sorry.
Calm down enough.
No, sir.
Thank you. No, sir. Absolutely.
I've been
given
given the floor. I would appreciate if you'd adhere to that.
Yes,
please.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. What I'm saying to you is, this gentleman is part of a constitutional state militia. You've already admitted here that you're not a member of a militia. You're a member of the Legion Riders. Those are two different totally types of organizations here.
No, absolutely. I understand.
The purpose of this call was to call together militias from all over the country to
Did the line go dead?
Tactic.
I'm sorry. I thought it was to call patriots together.
I'm sure there's a lot of patriots. There's a lot of people it was sent out to. But in defense of the gentleman from Louisiana, and please understand this point, when you do something as serious as calling out a state militia, it doesn't matter whether it's a mutual aid situation, you're going into another state or not, that's a serious thing. You don't do that on a whim. It's not about protesting and going down there and holding somebody's hand. When a militia shows up, a transgression has or should have occurred, and you're coming in there to break shit if necessary. Now, all I've heard so far...
Wait, one moment, please.
One
moment, please, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. However,
you're interrupting. Let me finish.
I said that I'm getting in my car and I'm driving down there for exactly what you just said.
Brian, you got to get control of this call, dude. It's this type of shit that's going to get people killed.
Please, don't interrupt this man. Just let him speak. He let you speak the whole time, and then he...
Will I be allowed to speak at the end, though, please?
Absolutely.
All right, everybody chill 1 second. Look. Indiana, we love you. Freebird's got the feather in his hand. This is my call, and you've had a very large portion of time to talk. I appreciate your feedback, but you really need to go ahead and let the man speak.
No. Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let him speak.
Thank you.
Freebird, go ahead. Please do not chime in again, sir.
Okay.
No, I will not.
What I'm saying to you is militias train and organize and have logistics far different from a Patriot Motorcycle Rider Club or a 3%ers support group or an Oath Keepers group. Okay? These people... All I've heard so far is report to some guy named Ryan Payne in Nevada, and then you'll get the information you need. That cannot happen, folks. You cannot travel thousands of miles and then find out that you brought the wrong shit, or you don't have the right support tactics, or you don't have the right equipment. You've got to know information and logistics up front before you can afford to uproot your group and move to another state for mutual aid. There has to be channels of communications open from those people. If Ryan Payne is the mediator or liaison between the Nevada militia, then he needs to be able to put these groups in touch with those people and get logistical intel and information before these groups uproot their ass and take it thousands of miles to a state they don't know what they're walking into. That's what this guy is trying to say, folks. And you're trying to sit there and say, more or less all I've heard is you want to be a martyr.
That's right.
We all want to stand up for this country. We want to stand up for these people and our rights, but don't go in there and just say, well, I'm willing to die for it and I'm going to stand up front and get shot at. Do it in a smart way. I mean, nobody wants to kill anybody. Nobody wants to die in this situation, and it doesn't have to be that way. Over.
Yeah. Freebird.
Thank you.
Is it my turn yet?
What is your name, sir? Freebird?
Yes, sir.
No.
I'm with
my
the
name is Jay
Watchman of
Cook.
America.
May I speak?
I didn't catch you. You were getting interrupted.
I'm sorry.
What is your name again?
My call sign.
My name is Jay Cook.
Okay,
Cook
James.
From Indiana.
Freebird.
I'm from Watchman of America. Go ahead, sir.
When it's time for me to speak, I will speak. Until then, I won't say a word.
I really appreciate the way you stated that because it made perfect sense. It's words of my heart, and it's exactly what I'm trying to convey. And Mr. James, I think you are very, very much a patriot, and I hope you understand that we're all on the same team here. Otherwise, we wouldn't be on this conference call. And we just have to be diligent in every move that we make. Just like Freebird said, you want to go out there to the front line and get shot. That's not doing your country any good. If you want to get out there and you want to get proactive and you want to do something that's
I'm not
proactive,
saying that's what I want to do.
Nobody wants
I'm
to
saying
do that.
that I'm willing
to. I'm just
to.
saying, of course we're willing to do that. But if it has to come to that, then that means we have not done our job as far as getting down to business with the situation.
I think that maybe you guys have, misconstrued, maybe just a little bit, what my actual position is.
Maybe misunderstood, but not misconstrued.
Yeah, maybe misunderstood.
Nobody's earned your words, And
we started a militia here in southern Indiana 3 years ago. We worked on the militia for several years, and it ended up kind of falling apart. Okay?
That happens.
I was a member of that militia. We let it fall to the wayside. It just didn't work out. I found a much, I found a much better group through the American Legion, the American Legion Riders, and that's what we do. We support our veterans. We support our Constitution. That's what we live for. That's what we do.
That's good stuff. We got your back,
myself
man.
Personally, myself personally, I believe in the Constitution without a doubt. And you said, you want to be a martyr. I don't want to be a martyr.
I mean,
who wants to be a martyr? What I was trying to say basically is I am willing to die for my cause, for the Constitution. I'm a soldier just like anyone else. I'm not trying to be in charge of anything, or I don't even want to be in charge of anything. I just bottom line is this: I believe in the Constitution, and no matter what, I'm going to stand up for it. I will always, no matter what, under any circumstances, protect someone weaker than me, and I will always be there for my people. And that's the bottom line. And that's what I see going on here in Nevada. These people need our help. Okay? These people are being fucked over and
I agree with that.
Screwed by the government. And in my opinion, that is totally, absolutely unacceptable. And I am willing to sacrifice my own time, my own money, even my life to defend that. So, I mean, if that makes me a dickhead or an asshole, I don't know.
There's nobody in this conversation that would consider you a dickhead or an asshole. Because
actually, I'm kind of a dickhead and an asshole a lot of the time.
Well, hey, dude, I'm the biggest dickhead I've ever met. But seriously,
shit up on a 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum yesterday. That makes it gives it a right to be an asshole.
we all, as militia, all as Legion, and everything like that, we all need to understand one thing about ourselves, and we're all willing to die for our cause.
And that's all that I've been trying to convey.
Hold on. We're a lot more efficient if we live for our cause.
Yep.
Wouldn't you think? And you said you die protecting somebody weaker than you. Why not?
The thing that's funny about
why
that
not spend your effort making the person that is weaker than you stronger? So where they are a formidable force.
I don't disagree with that, but that's not the situation we're talking about. The situation we're talking about is a rancher in Nevada who's already strong. His family's already strong, and they're not going to lay the fuck down.
What he's got a bunch of people coming to his aid. A bunch of strong people.
And that's all I'm trying to talk about.
Strong people willing to stand up and stand up in the right fashion. If we go out there acting as
I'm sorry if I came across like some kind of crazy asshole who's going to run out there and hide in the desert and like fucking snipe people from the hills. Sorry if I came across.
If you're anything like me, you've probably been drinking beer tonight, and it probably kind of sways your judgment a little bit, but it's still.
No, I'm not drinking beer, and my judgment is not swayed. I see the situation in Nevada as absolutely, totally, completely unacceptable, and it needs to be stopped no matter what it takes. It needs to be stopped and taken care of. We can no longer submit to this kind of tyranny in government. We just can't. If we don't make our stand now, it's going to be too late. That's all I'm saying.
We are very, very tired. And in that being tired, it's time for us to make a stand.
Well, and that's all I'm saying is
where we don't look like the crazy people.
Mr. Freebird, Mr. Cook, may I interject, please?
Yes, sir.
My name is Eric Ron. I am the chairman of the United American Militia Advisory Council, and I represent every constitutional militia commander in this country. And I can tell you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that as a constitutional militia commander myself, I support the Bundy family in protecting their 9th, 10th, 11th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and all the way up to all the amendments in the Constitution. And there's a fine line between needing to stay home to protect your family and going out there to support them. I see both sides of you, and you are both correct.
My family's not threatened here.
Oh, stop, sir.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You have to understand that there's a fine line, and we all walk the same. We're all walking down the same road. You know, we're just in different areas of the path, and we all are in different areas. We're in different parts of that. So, in order to accomplish our mission, we all need to respect each other. We need to try to understand each other, try to be more diplomatic with each other. Listen, guys, I'm a Desert Storm vet. I know what war looks like. I've smelled rotten, burning flesh. Highway of Death, if you don't know what that is, look it up on Wikipedia, okay?
I know exactly what it is.
Sir, please, stand down.
Thank you.
As I was saying, I've smelled rotten, burning flesh. I've held my buddy and watched him die. I've been talking to my best friend and wore him as a bullet passed through his skull. Now, I know, gentlemen, I know that you love your country, and I know you care, okay? But please, learn how to work together, because if we don't learn how to work together, gentlemen, we're gonna fall apart.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're going to fall apart, guys. Now listen, you hear the shaking in my voice? It's because I fear for my family and I fear for you all.
Yes, sir.
I know what it looks like, and I promise you, I swear on my dead grandmother's grave as I stand here, that I could pull the trigger on whatever I need, whatever threat I need to. But I don't want to.
No.
I don't want that. And none of you should either. But we have to do our constitutional duty. We have to stand up. Where's the line, gentlemen? Where do we draw the line?
Thank you, Eric.
Yes, sir.
I'm done.
Keep it together, soldier.
Thank you, brother.
We appreciate what you've done.
I'm very passionate about what I believe. Y'all hit me up on Facebook. Eric C. Ron. My URL is facebook.com/Eric Ron H. Hit me up on Facebook, guys. If you need something, all you got to do is ask. I'm here. I'm a servant of the people. I'm just here to help. That's all I'm here for. God put me in this.
Listen, we're getting along, and everybody has differing opinions and everything, and we just have to slow down. We have to be diligent.
That's right. We got to work together.
Right. No, that's absolutely correct. You need to slow down, chill out, be cool-headed, make intelligent decisions.
We have to
go running in, guns a-blazing, and acting like a fool.
No, that will make it worse.
And
unfortunately, that's what they're going to do.
Explain this to them. What happens when you have an equal force show up? What is the government going to do?
Well, they have.
When you have an equal force, what's going to happen? They're going to bring in more.
Yeah. They have far more equipment.
They'll kill us.
They have far more equipment than
they'll kill us.
Than we have. That's understood. That is the real deal.
Maybe intel reports of DHS, and this is Chris from Alabama, former Iraq vet, and I've been listening for a couple of hours and listening to everything go back and forth. But I mean, you put 300 militia on the ground, they're going to bring in 500.
Right.
See a company
with 1,000, maybe more like 1,000.
They're going to have Apaches in there. They're going to call out the Nevada State Guards, which the governor does not control. The federal government controls. I mean, it takes one trigger-happy person to start a war.
Well, sir, you said you were an Iraq veteran?
Yeah.
Okay. And what branch?
Army Guard.
Okay. And I take it the fact that you're in on this phone call, you would not fire on your fellow Americans. If you were in duty, I take it you would not fire on your fellow Americans.
I would, on an unconstitutional government, yes, if I had to, but that's the last thing you want to happen. Because this is another thing for the political bullshit. Gun control, militias, everything. They're going to come down like a damn swarm of bees. I mean, one round, one trigger-happy person that's not in line with command. Whoever commands those should be in command with the governor. Should be telling them what's going on. Somebody.
In my opinion, they've already stepped across that line.
Well, they probably have. But if you cross that line, it's going to get bloody. It ain't going to be.
Yeah, I know it's going to be bloody. It'd be like
I mean, you're talking
Fallujah.
about. No, I've been through Fallujah. It's going to be shitty.
Yeah, I was there. I know.
Well,
I know it's going to be shitty. I know it's going to be a fucking mess. But I mean, there's no other way.
Well,
I really think.
Can I say something to all the veterans?
I mean, if you put an equal force on the ground, it's going to double on the other side. It's going to double with aircraft and everything else.
And that makes perfect sense. That makes absolute perfect sense. But the fact of the matter, once that trigger is pulled, I think somebody's standing side by side with the Fed.
You know how it's going to work out? The trigger's going to be pulled. It's going to be on the opposing side, and it's going to get blamed on somebody from the Bundy, the Clive and Bundy's ranch, and then the media is going to blow it up into, well, some knock job damn militias, and that's the reason we need to ban assault rifles and all this and that, and that's going to blow up into a shitstorm.
Right, and think if you were under order, and you were on those grounds to just basically police the joint, and they said, okay, it's time to fire.
Somebody popped the round off. Somebody accidentally discharged a round in the air, tripping. And people's going to start firing.
Gentlemen, if I could interject.
Go ahead.
This is Specialist Marcus asking active duty at Fort Hood. I don't know if it's because of the recent happenings here, but I have not heard anything from the chain that anyone is moving out in that direction. As far as I know, it's other agencies. The military is staying out of it at this point. And I do have a question for Eric if he's still on the line.
I am, sir.
Eric. Okay. I have a question for you, seeing as how you're the chairman of the whatever it was. And basically, what is your advice for active duty soldiers in, obviously we can't mobilize out there, but what is it that we can do from our post?
That is a very good question, soldier. My best advice to you is be constitutional. If at this point in time, you have a chain of command, you have to follow your command. I understand that. Okay, do not follow unconstitutional orders.
Cool.
I don't know what else to tell you. Don't follow unconstitutional orders. If they start telling you that they're going to deploy you in the middle of wherever, and that they're going to tell you to fire on you, American civilians, don't do it. I mean, if you want to go out there, that's fine and show up, but at some point you're probably going to have to switch sides. I know that's not what you really want to hear, but that's the truth. I know that's tough, guys. I know that was tough to hear. It was tough to say.
It's a very tough situation.
It is what it is, gentlemen. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? You want me to put a little sugar on the donut and tell you, oh, it's going to be okay? Because it's not. It's not. It's not going to be okay, guys. We're right there. We're there. You know what? If I'm wrong, guys, I promise you I will get back on a national call and say, you know what? I was wrong, okay? And I would love to be wrong. But I've been watching this since I got out of the field, what is today? Thursday night, since Wednesday afternoon, because I was actually out on FTX. Called back to this, and I'm telling you, this is bad. This is real bad. They don't call the chairman out of the field for nothing. Okay? I'm done.
Can I say something to the other vets that is hearing this?
Go ahead.
I want to say thank you for your service. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Thank you can't say enough. You know what I'm saying? We are here. Y'all was out there, you know, risking y'all lives for us. Thank you.
Our service ain't over with yet, more than likely, but we got to be smart about it.
You know,
and that's my opinion. And I mean, we don't need trigger-happy people that want to prove a point and think this is the time. That's not what this is. Show of force, I agree with, 100%. Be prepared, 100%. Have everything you need, tents, food, clothing for the environment, weapons, whatever you need. You pop a round off, and you're going to start a war.
That's what's not going to be pretty, fellas. And ladies too, if ladies are listening in, that's going to be the part that really sparks the exact moment that we are worried about, you know, and that's that knot in our stomach that we all have that makes us depressed.
Is it okay if I interject a minute?
Catherine, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say I just have a concern about agent provocateurs starting something. You know, a little COINTELPRO going on where they start it, and then it looks like you did it.
Yeah, that actually came up a couple times a little bit. You know, we always kind of keep an eye out for agitators and hotheads, but then again, you've got guys that are just doing it because it's their nature, and then you guys that are doing it because they're getting paid to do it. And you're right, we need to definitely keep an eye out for those kind of people. I was really interested to hear.
My prayers are with you guys.
Yeah,
I was interested.
Are we all aware how many people are going to be on the ground over the next 24 to 36 hours?
Yes.
All right. So we're looking at about, what I'm getting is 100 to 200 militiamen from various states.
That's an accurate number, sir.
All right. And we anticipate force on force